Hippity hoppity hopping over hill and dale. Da 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 da. Hippity hopping along.
Hello, my Facebook and YouTube family. It's Sunday. We got a basketball weekend here in Atlanta, so we got a lot of things going on. So I know you're probably into a lot of things. I heard some people are watching movies tonight, doing a whole bunch of things. And usually today is Sunday, my money day, which I did talk about. But you know what? I was lazy last week, so this is we're gonna act like it's Friday, and we're gonna talk about something that's been in the news. I know I'm kind of late coming, but just wanted to put it out there and express my opinion. We're gonna be talking about Ti and Tiny and what's going on in the news. Now, if you want to comment, just comment and I'll see what you're talking about and we'll discuss it. But everybody pretty much know about Ti and Tiny. But we're gonna go over it. Personal opinions. Are they guilty? Are they not guilty? What did they do? And what didn't they do? So to start off with, if by chance you haven't seen it, we're gonna start off with this girl, Sabrina Peterson, a friend of Ti and Tiny's. So, they go back to like 2000 on up. I don't know how they met, but it's alleged that she was well, it wasn't even alleged. Even Tamika Tiny had said that, she was a good friend of Ti and Tiny. So, what happened, they had a falling out. And with the social media, everybody runs the social media. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't even have a light on. Okay, so now you probably see me better. Okay, well, you know how everybody. Oh, hi. Okay, if you want to make a comment, just on in, and I'll see you and we'll talk about it. Anyway, get back to the story. They had a falling out on social media. Everybody goes to social media, and this Sabrina Peterson had put on social media that she's mad with Ti, calling him different names under the sun of God, saying that he put a gun to her head. It was an argument, and he put a gun to her head and everything. And so, with this abuse of women that's out here today, and the fact that Ti, he's kind of like Keisha Lance Bottoms, having some kind of capacity of I don't know if you'll say a liaison to the hood of Atlanta or whatever, but him and Big Mike usually have something to say when something happens in Atlanta. So, he was talking about women being abused, and Atlanta got like a sex trafficking problem. If you ain't know, now you know. They have like a sex trafficking problem, and he spoke on that too. So she called herself putting it out there about he said he respect women, but he put a gun to my head, and of course he got a rap sheet. So it really, well, it is the fact that he put a gun in her head, but I don't know why he put a gun in her head, or did he have any bullets? But the thing is that he's a felon. He's not supposed to have a gun in the first place. So that definitely is something damaging to put out there. Okay, so she put that out, and his wife Tiny comes back, and she says on social media, oh, you claiming he put a gun in your head and such and such. And really, she didn't deny it. But what she did say is that how he's such a bad person, but yet you had your children calling him uncle. And Tiny put up a picture with Ti, holding the two kids. I guess I don't know if it was his kid or her kid, but her kid was one of them. And they all together and everything. So she comes back now. She's really mad. This Sabrina is really mad. So she comes back and say, "Oh, that was 2 years ago, and such and such, and and yeah, they was around him, but we ain't as close as we used to be, yada yada yada." And then she winds up popping another bottle by saying, "And what about these girls that she started throwing Tiny under the bus too? What about these girls that y'all been abusing and having sex with and just she just put out a whole bunch of stuff. It's on social media. I'm gonna play one video, but I'm not gonna play that whole thing. But it is on social media, easy to find. All you gotta do is Google it. She put a whole rant out there about the allegations of what him abusing women, and he said he takes up for women, but he having sex with them and drugging them. Kind of reminds me of what went down with Candy and Phaedra and Portia with the sex dungeon thing. Remember that about 2 years ago? I don't know. It's a coincidence, huh? Especially since Tiny and Candy's friends. But anyway, what do you think about that? Is it true? Well, I was thinking about it, and I said, to me, this is just my take on it. And I don't know. I hope it's not true. But I do think the threesome parts, it's been alleged a long time that they had threesomes, and I kind of believe that. I believe that. It ain't no kind of. I believe that. I mean, that's just my personal opinion that I believe that. And if they want to do, I believe that they married. If threesomes is what they want to do, hey, and they not, and everybody's consenting adult, and that's what they want to do. That's their right to do it. Hey, I mean, what do we got to say? But the problem with this is, okay, it's supposed to have been like a ring that she was recruiting girls. I think all of them was over age, or at least 17 and up. I don't know if 17 considered an adult. I don't know. In some states, I don't know. Maybe it is, but okay. One girl said it was 17, but we'll talk about that later. But right now, Sabrina, we just on Sabrina. Sabrina says that she was recruiting girls, and they was having sex with them, threesomes. Okay, but the problem is, it ain't so much of the threesomes. What the problem is you drugging people. Now, do I believe that? I personally, I really don't. Um, and I'll tell you the reason why. If you believe it, I mean, please write a comment about why you believe it or whatever, or you could give the people a benefit of the doubt. I mean, I sure hope it didn't go down. But the reason I find it hard to believe now, I totally believe in the threesomes that they was having. But I mean, being T.I. and Tiny, they in the city of Atlanta. I mean, and also I meant to say this happened in California too. Some things, some women in LA have claimed that, yeah, because so far a couple of women have came out and accused them of the same thing. So it's just like the Me Too ball. How it rolls, and a couple of people have come out. It just this snowball just then got into a big snowball. So will charges be pressed? I mean, who knows? But it looks like it's coming out pretty strong, so we don't know. But anyway, I just can't get the drugging part, because being that T.I. and Tiny are celebrities, especially here in Atlanta, where women are about 20 to 1 guy. and we, it's just the young culture here. I find it hard to believe that hard time finding that third wheel. Um, I just do. I find it hard to believe they will have a hard time finding a third wheel. So if that's the case, if you don't have no problem finding a third person, what's the need to drug people? I mean, why are they so hard up that you have to drug people? That just doesn't make any sense to me. I'm sorry, it just doesn't make any sense to me. Um, I don't know. But another thing, now this is what I think they are guilty of: being stupid. First of all, if you know, oh, and let me tell you, now this is where Rob Kardashian put this out about Black China was one of the third wheels they had, and that wasn't denied either. So that's, and then also on the says Black China fell out with her friend Diamond. Diamond then second that she was one of the threesomes with Ti and Tiny. So yeah, I believe that too. But and I never doubted that. Like I say, the threesomes, I just I agree that they probably did do that. But okay, look at Black China. Black China is not going to say nothing because her name is on the line. So, if you're going to do this kind of activity and you're on a certain status level, number one, why wouldn't you get people? It's kind of hard to say get people that you don't know because pretty much everybody gonna know you at this point. But you can either get people who have just as much to lose as you, if your name ever got thrown out there, or come out and admit it, or just say this is what we do. Hey, it's a couple of famous people that, I mean, Candy even say what she does. Tiana Taylor says what she does. So I mean, it ain't no surprise. If you put it out first, nobody can say nothing else about it now. So okay. So why wouldn't you mess with people that don't have, that have just as much to lose as you are? Why would you mess with people off the street that people are looking for money? People are looking for this chance to get you. You know that. So it's kind of stupid, even if you didn't do the drugging. It's kind of stupid to even participate in a threesome. To me personally, it's kind of stupid to participate in a threesome when you at that kind of level, messing with. I hate to say people on the street, but I just say people that don't have as much to lose as you have to lose. That's just crazy. And if you're gonna do that, if you're gonna mess with Tom, Joe, or Harry, or Sarah, get a non-disclosure agreement. That's the thing these days: prenups and non-disclosure agreements. That way, it won't come back to haunt you. So that's my take on it. But let me tell you another reason why I think it's some truth in the allegations, not about the drugging part, but the allegations that this Sabrina said, because Shekinah Joe, who is Tiny's best friend, really, if I had a best friend, I wouldn't need her to come and give a rant on social media, because to me, she did more damage than help the situation. But I'm gonna share my screen and show that. Okay, let's start right here.
She wouldn't be even into it right now with Tia. She's looking attention. She wants Tiny. She obsessed with Tiny. Like, she wants Tiny to be her girlfriend. Now listen, this is my thing. It came out the Tip pulled a gun on her, right? How do we change from Tip not the victim no more? Tip is the victim and Tiny now is the legend. How do we go from there? So she done got mad at Tamika for taking husband. Here go the whole goddamn thing. She has a problem. She ain't talked about nothing about how she Tamika Tip. I said what I said. Why she ain't talking about how she done suck? So why wouldn't somebody? Let's get into it. Yeah, y'all want somebody? Let's get into it. I'm trying to figure out why she ain't told y'all, but you know, why she ain't told y'all about she wanted the women who used to go recruit them. What's up? Hey, hey, now they go. It's Tiny with Pepsi. They go ask her why she ain't told she been getting. And she women empowerment. Why she didn't tell y'all that she done had some of that? Why she didn't tell y'all? She talking about all the rest of these folk around here.
Let me stop because, I mean, she just goes out there. Like I say, you really don't need a friend like that. I mean, I don't know if she was drinking that night or what, but she was on the road. I mean, she let out really more than Sabrina let out. You know, she kind of put the nail in the coffin as far as the threesomes. But, you know, like I say, you know, the threesomes is not a criminal act. You know, the drugging is the act. So, you know, according to Shekinah Joe, she's the one that was recruiting the girls. I think she put it out before Sabrina. And then Sabrina said that, yeah, she did it. Did she say she did it? I think she did say she did it. But she said they was drugging them. I don't know. But it has been a couple of 4 or 5 different girls who have said that they took a drink from Tiny and then they was woozy, and then next thing you know, they woke up on the couch naked. They went to the hotel room. Now I do believe, you know, with these threesomes, there probably was drugs involved. I don't think it was no forcing drugs involved, but it probably was drugs involved. The bad thing about T.I. is that he cannot really press charges on them. I mean, he can, but the thing is, if it does come out that drugs was involved, not even if he forced them, but the fact that he was around drugs. Remember, he's a felon. So if it just comes out that coke was available or something was just available in the same presence or the same room that he was in, or he the one who bought it, he definitely going back to jail. So it's kind of a mess, you know. And I heard this weekend that they had approached some people about money just to get rid of it. Now, remember, some may say that, oh, he's paying them off, so yeah, they did it. That ain't necessarily true. I mean, when you got money, if you got money and you got a fly on the wall that you wish to go away, it's just like Michael Jackson. I mean, some people say he did it, some people say he didn't. I don't know. But if you got the money, and you know, a lot of these people are after the money anyway. So if you could just pay them to go away. Sometimes that's what celebrities do. They just pay them to go away. Now, think of how much this has cost. So you got, you know, and this is another thing for these women out here, you know, you got to watch what you accuse people of, because it's not a game. I mean, you may want some money, but you know, you hurting somebody. It's real people that you hurting. He is not going to be starring in Ant-Man. That was a big come up. You know, that would have been a big pocketbook for him. He's not going to do Ant-Man. His entire season of, you know, the hustle, Tiny and T.I. and Tiny and the family hustle or whatever, that's been suspended. I don't know, will it come back on? Now you looking at Monica's family. What the girl just got divorced, the one that was, you know, Comicus and I know his name more than I know her name. I don't know, but you know the people on that show, all of them cutting all of that checks out, you know. So it is a big deal. And like I said, with T.I. being a felon, this can put him in jail if it's pursued, you know, whether it's true or not. You know, we see R. Kelly. I'm not putting him in the same thing, but he's still in jail and haven't even had a court case yet. So, I mean, it doesn't take much to put you in jail and just wait till later to see what happens. So anyway, that's my take on it. I don't see any comments of what you have to say, but if you know, you look at this later, give me a comment. I always answer back. And you know, so are they guilty? Let me answer that. I think they're guilty of the threesomes. I don't think they're guilty of the drugs. That's just my personal opinion. If they are, you know, they deserve whatever they get, because you know, mainly for being just stupid. But anyway, life goes on. We'll see what else happening next week to talk about. But in the meantime, you have a good Sunday and talk to you later. Bye bye.